Imagine you're a mooshroom, cooking up mushroom stew, traveling through dimensions, and fighting scary monsters for 100 days! On day 1, I spawned in as a mooshroom in some mushroom fields. Good morning, Minecraft! Before I had time to explore, I was attacked by a group of rats. Come on, guys, I'm just a baby! As a little mooshroom, I only had 3 hearts, so I needed to be careful. I avoided the rats, running through a cave and shutting a door. What is that amazing smell? Here, I met my mooshroom mom.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. I'm just cooking up some mushroom soup for you and the rest of the island.
When I grew up, I wanted to be a master chef just like my mom. Just then, a strange portal opened in front of us. What the? A mysterious villager walked out, taking my mom.
The boss needs no chef. See you around, kid.
He went through the portal again, dropping a strange device. I grabbed it, then tried chasing after the guy. Unfortunately, the portal had closed, leaving me stuck on Mushroom Island. I was lost and alone. I missed my mom. On day 2, I continued to explore my home. While doing so, I grabbed as many mushrooms as I could. I also asked all the townsfolk if they've seen my mom.
No, but I'd really like for her to come back. Her cooking was my favorite.
As the sun set, I found the highest peak on the island. Hopefully, this would be a good vantage point to find my mom. Near the bottom, I spotted a strange mooshroom speaking gibberish. I decided to listen in.
They come from the stars, magical lines, creating portals to other dimensions, other worlds!
Dang, dude, you've really lost your marbles.
I wondered if the strange device I grabbed could actually hop to different dimensions. Regardless, I knew I needed to learn how to use it as soon as possible. On day 3, I wanted to continue my quest to find my mom, but first, I needed to make preparations. I found a nearby forest biome where I chopped down some trees. After that, I made a crafting bench and some wood tools. Ouch! I think I gave myself a splinter! With my new wooden pickaxe, I found a small patch of stone where I mined. Then I used my new materials to craft a set of stone tools. Off to a great start! Now that I had the things I needed, I continued to search for Mom. While I was exploring, I smelled something delicious in the distance. At the end of the trail was a small food stand being run by an apple cow. Oh wow, I didn't know there were apple cows. Well, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow cow and chef. The two of us talked for a while. We actually had a ton in common. But suddenly, a disgruntled customer interrupted our conversation.
Hello, I will take a large burger with no onions, a pinch of salt, and most importantly, extra pickles. Don't forget my pickles.
The apple cow got to cooking and whipped up the burger in a matter of seconds. Wow, that was quick. The customer took a bite, but instead of giving a face of satisfaction, he threw a fit of rage.
What's this? You forgot the pickles!
He began attacking the apple cow and his food stand. Hey, not cool! I had no choice but to fight him off. I took out my stone sword and began to defend the apple cow's food stand. Luckily, the customer was more talk than bite.
I will leave a 1-star review. This service is horrendous.
I managed to scare the customer off and discovered that he had dropped pickles on his trail. What a liar! No problem, man. Helping people is what I do. Would I ever? From this day onward, Maurice and I were now a team. On days 4 through 7, I woke up to find Maurice getting attacked by bees. Buzz off! I sprang into action and began to fend off the bees with my stone sword. They didn't stand a chance. What happened? Holy cow, did you say pancakes? Heck yeah! Maurice gave me a stack of pancakes, and I had a taste. The honey was just what it needed to bring the dish together. Yum! Oh my gosh, these are so delicious! We have to open a small restaurant together. Maurice and I decided to build a simple structure for now. We mined lots of wood and cobblestone, using it as our foundation. We would expand upon it soon. This'll do for now. After creating the restaurant, we are gonna need to build a kitchen with a furnace, coal, and lots of ingredients. Maurice and I decided to split up and see what we could both find. Watch out for bees this time! I began my search by mining up some coal and stone. fuel for the fire. Next, I returned to the forest and continued to gather wood. In the process, I found some apples as well. Maurice is gonna love these! After I finished gathering, I returned back to the restaurant to find Maurice already asleep. Time for me to hit the hay too. I closed my eyes and rested for the night. On days 8 through 11, I woke up in the middle of the night with the dimension hopper making weird noises. Is this thing bugging out? I pulled it out to take a closer look and was randomly teleported to a new dimension. What in the world? I was then teleported again. Ah! Make it stop! And again. This is a nightmare! Finally, I was teleported back into the comfort of my home. Thank goodness. I was confused about what had happened, but I decided I would rest and investigate in the morning. All that I knew was this had to be a key to make it back to my mom. On days 12 through 14, Maurice and I ate some food. This turned us into adults. Wow, this is fantastic! After breakfast, I created a chest for Maurice and I to unload our ingredients. We managed to find honey, apples, peanut butter, bread, and jellyfish jelly. Wait, jellyfish jelly? Where did you get this, Maurice? No, but I think we can make something with this. I combined an apple and a honey block to make a honey apple. Next, I made jellyfish sandwiches, combining bread, jellyfish jelly, and peanut butter on a crafting table. Easy and crazy delicious. The sandwich even gave me an extra 5 hearts. We need more! With that, I followed Maurice through many biomes, gathering some ingredients on the way, to finally reach Jellyfish Fields. This place looks so cool! Time to go swimming! Before I went in, Maurice tossed me a jellyfish net to easily catch some jellyfish. Cool, let's go! We managed to catch quite a few jellyfish. Suddenly, a giant serpent started attacking us. Whoa, watch out! That thing is dangerous! Run! Run! We both managed to escape with our lives and headed back home. When we arrived, we both whipped up some more delicious sandwiches and enjoyed the fruits of our labor. Oh, so good! After an eventful day, we decided to call it a night. On days 15 through 18, I went mining for iron to make armor and weapons for protection. I managed to find heaps of it. Back home, I smelted the iron, then crafted an iron chestplate, boots, helmet, and an iron sword. Meanwhile, a customer visited our restaurant.
Hi there, you guys making food?
Sure are. What would you like?
Can you make this? It's my favorite.
He handed me a recipe with specific ingredients. Miso soup recipe, velvet foot, bowl, dried kelp, carrot, and any potion. We don't have the ingredients for this, but if you come back later, we'll have it ready for you.
Much appreciated, thank you.
I looked at the recipe again and realized it was very similar to my mom's famous mushroom soup. I miss her. The device suddenly started making weird noises again, teleporting me to an alternate reality. Whoa! I arrived in some weird pocket dimension with only one structure in the entire universe.
Hello, Max. You must be looking for Mom.
Yeah! Wait, Mom? Are you my brother?
Oh no, I'm not your brother. I'm you. A you from a different reality. You that will kill anyone to get what I want. Mom is safe with me now. And if you want her back, you'll have to defeat me.
I'll take you on right here, right now.
I could kill you in an instant. But no, my plans require your assistance. Let the best Max win, or Mom and you die. Goodbye.
Suddenly, I was teleported back into my base. Now I know what I gotta do. My training as a Master Chef Warrior begins now. On days 19 through 20, I woke up and tried to use the Dimension Hopper again. I'm coming to find you, Mom. Huh? It's not working? Aw, man. Must need to recharge or something. Since the device wasn't working, I decided to seek out some sheep. I'll be back in a jiffy, Maurice. I went to search for the materials I would need. First, I found sheep in a plains biome, who offered to give me some wool in exchange for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Here, try our latest samples. Well, hey, would you guys want to come run a food stand at our base? We could use a place to get some leafy greens, and I need a lot of wool for a project. I tossed them a map to the base, then continued on my journey. Next, I gathered some sand to make some glass windows. Ah! I got it in my eyes! On my way back to the restaurant, I found a witch cooking a mean stew. Hey, what you making?
Fungus and tongue stew. It's delicious.
Ew, yuck! Seriously?
Don't knock it till you try it.
I gave it a taste, and it actually wasn't half bad. It even gave me a jump boost. Sorry for doubting you. We could use an innovative chef. Would you like to come cook at my restaurant?
Sure.
The witch and I returned to the restaurant to find that it had been totally revamped. Wow, great job, Maurice. It's looking so much better. I then made some glass. Next, I added the windows to the restaurant, and it really opened things up. While adding to the restaurant, I decided to make a cooking area for the witch, complete with her very own cauldron. This place has already grown a lot. Finally, I made beds for the three of us, and we called it a day. On days 21 through 23, the sheep arrived at our base. Just give me 1 second and it'll be done. I quickly built them a simple salad stand, using the same materials as our restaurant. As the sheep were getting settled in, the goat from a few days ago arrived at the base.
Hey there, is my order ready?
Uh-oh, I totally forgot about that. I don't have the ingredients. Just as I was about to panic, the witch walked up and dropped everything we needed.
Don't worry, I got you.
You're a lifesaver. I quickly went to my crafting bench, where I combined velvet foot, dried kelp, a carrot, and a potion into a bowl. Your dinner.
This is amazing! I'll be telling all my friends about this.
The goat left with a bit more pep in their step, but the recipe only reminded me of my mom. I have to stop Auntie Max and save my mom. On days 24 through 27, I decided it was time to look for some wheat. I wanted a sushi shop, so I needed rice. I also wanted candy. I want a Kit Kat. During my travels, my dimension hopper started to go on the fritz again. This thing just won't quit. The noise eventually stopped, but suddenly a strange woman appeared before me. Jump scare!
My apologies, Max. My name is Carminia, and I'm your former master.
But I've never had a master.
Let me rephrase. I'm the former master of Antimax.
What do you want with me?
I need your help to stop Antimax. The dark magic he's using could destabilize the entire multiverse.
Say no more!
Great. Training begins immediately. For your first exercise, I ask you, what is something that you desire deeply?
Right now? I really want candy.
Hold that thought. Hot enough that you won't drop it, but soft enough that it won't break.
I don't understand. Suddenly, we were teleported to a universe full of candy. Whoa! I did it! I didn't have time to celebrate because both Master and I were quickly swarmed by monsters. This isn't the Candyland I remember! I was about to take out my iron sword when the Master tossed me a corrupted beacon.
Use this. It will help.
I took her advice and tried out the new weapon on the candy monsters. To my surprise, it started to shoot out powerful lasers, which allowed me to reach the monsters from afar. Victory has never been so sweet!
Excellent work. We'll meet again soon.
When do you want? Before I could finish my statement, she disappeared. Wait, how do I get home? On days 28 through 31, I was stuck in Candyland with no exit in sight. I had already exhausted my food supply and resorted to eating only candy. I think I'm gonna be sick. I pushed onward and collected as much candy as I could. I just wanna go home. Wait, in that moment, I remembered what Master had told me. All right, Max, think about home. Home. Suddenly, I was transported back to the base. Oh, buddy, I'm happy to see you again too. Our reunion was interrupted by a group of cats saying they really wanted some sushi. We plan to build a sushi restaurant super soon. They started to throw a ton of fish at us. Well, that's good enough motivation as any. Time to start the sushi bar. I built the structure with a more open floor plan to give it a different feel. I like it, but something's missing. I decided to finish it up later, but the cats still loved it. So do you guys want to run the stand? Clearly you have a passion for it. On days 32 through 36, I made an iron pickaxe. After, I went mining for some more materials and found redstone. Perfect! This will be useful for a project later. On my way back, I found a village and decided it would be a good chance to advertise my shop. Come by for some delicious food. We have the best miso soup in all the kingdom. Ew, no, we don't. Sorry, sir. I would be happy to make it as long as I know where I can find the ingredients. The villager handed me a map and I set off to find the stuff. I traveled through multiple biomes until I finally arrived at one covered in snow. There were snow pigs everywhere. Perfect! I began to slay a number of snow pigs, collecting tons of frozen pork chops in the process. Everything was going great until suddenly a Yeti appeared before me. The fight began. He started by making a powerful blow with his fists, causing massive damage. Youch!
Try harder, little fungus.
The fight was tough, but by combining the power of my sword and corrupted beacon, I managed to take the Yeti down. Victory! Upon his death, the Yeti dropped a note with a strange inscription on it. To learn the dark ways, travel to the far lands. Huh? The far lands? After the battle, I decided to head back home and rest for the night. On days 37 through 40, I asked the sheep if I could shear them. I quickly sheared the sheep, then went to a nearby field for some red poppies. I used them to make some red wool. Perfect! After that, I finally began working on a MOOSHROOM statue. This should be great to attract more customers. While building, I noticed only a small percentage of our viewers were actually subscribed. Change that! Subscribe! That's a handsome looking leg. Later in the day, I made some rails, which I then converted to conveyor belts. I placed them all around the sushi stand, transforming it into a revolving sushi bar. The cats gave me the ingredients I needed to make sushi, so I quickly crafted some up and placed them on the conveyor belt. On days 41 through 43, I chatted with Maurice. You're right, man. A break is a great idea. Then the dimension hopper started making noise again. Just my luck. I was teleported to a random dimension, with Master Carminia standing before me.
It's time to train again.
Sure, but where are we?
We're in the runic realm. Magic is rampant here. Great ingredients, too.
Wait, so you're saying I can be a dimension-hopping mushroom and a master chef?
If Antimax doesn't kill you, yes.
Then let's train! Wasting no time, my master summoned monsters all around me. Using my staff and sword, I fought them off. Remember my name, which is Max. After a fierce battle, I fought all the monsters off.
Well done, Max. Now remember, you can use the Dimension Hopper whenever you want. Think of what you want, and the device will take you there.
My master gave me another corrupted beacon, then I was teleported back home. On days 44 through 48, with my training complete, I returned home to focus on making my restaurant the best it can be. Time for an overhaul. I tried to make it look more like a restaurant. I first added tables and chairs. Nice and relaxing. I separated the kitchen with a wall so that the dining room could be more secluded, much more quiet too. Finally, I added an ordering counter, complete with a menu. This looks great! I then added a roof, finalizing the feel of an actual restaurant. Now that the place looked fantastic, I needed some top-tier chefs to help run it. All right, Dimension Hopper, don't let me down. I began to think about what I desired. Master Chef, Master Chef, Master Chef! Suddenly, I was teleported to an autumn dimension. Did it work? I looked around me and spotted a glorious meal. Holy schmoly, this looks incredible! But how's it taste? I took a bite and it tasted even better than it looked. Yum!
Hi, did you just eat my lunch?
Oh, oops! Sorry, I couldn't help myself. It was so delicious.
It's okay, I'll make another.
You made this? What's your secret?
I'm Master Chef guy.
Master Chef?
Yeah, take a look at this.
He handed me his recipe, and I couldn't believe I'd never thought of such a combination of flavors. Wow! Would you like to come work with me and create the best food this world has ever seen?
I like the sound of that, but under one condition. First, prove your worth as a chef to me and make me your most delicious meal.
Easy! On days 49 through 51, I teleported back to the restaurant and instantly got to work, making one of Maurice's famous sandwiches. Try this! The master chef gobbled up the sandwich, and he was blown away!
My word! If you're capable of this kind of cooking, you're more than worthy of sharing your kitchen with me.
With the master chef guy satisfied, I set him up in the kitchen. Suddenly, another master chef appeared.
Hello, Max. I am Master Chef Panda, and I challenge you to a duel.
What? Why? Also, I feel like I've seen you before, like multiple times.
That's maybe my cousin. Anyways, your restaurant has been ruining my business. You're taking all of my customers.
What are your conditions?
If I win, you close down your restaurant. But if you win, I will come work for you and award you my most prized possession.
Oh yeah? And what is that? The Master Panda revealed a golden spatula capable of cooking golden food. All right, you're on. And with that, the battle began. The Master Panda came at me, armed with his prized golden spatula as his weapon.
Have a taste of defeat.
No thanks. In close-up combat, his weapon was more powerful than mine, so I decided to use my corrupted beacon and attack from afar. My ranged attacks brought him to submission.
I have been defeated. Take my spatula.
Thanks.
And I will now call you Master.
Oh, that's weird. Just call me Max. Where do you want to work?
I like sushi.
Sushi it is! On days 52 through 55, I returned to the village so I could deliver the frozen pork chops. Thank you so much. Happy to help. After making the delivery, I decided to work on more of the statue, adding an additional leg. This'll really bring in the customers. I crafted a hoe and used it to plant some wheat seeds. I wanted to create a garden for the freshest ingredients. I could use some more variety. I tried to use my dimension hopper, but it was out of juice again. Dang, gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Luckily enough, another customer had arrived. It was the Dapper Llama.
Why, hello there, my good man. I'm in search of some exotic food.
Sorry, I haven't come across anything like that yet. The Dapper Llama told me where to find a goose that can produce golden goose eggs. So you want an egg?
Yes, my good man. I eat my eggs raw.
Ew. Okay.
Good luck. I bid thee adieu.
Okay, that was a weird request. I began to travel through different biomes in search of seeds and the goose egg. While exploring, I harvested pineapple seeds in jellyfish fields. Better watch out for that sea serpent! And tomatoes in a forest. Is it tomato or tomato? Finally, I arrived at a mysterious house, and lurking at its peak was a goose! Oh my god, is that the goose the Dapper Llama was talking about? Dang, this was easier than I thought it would be. Uh-oh, I made a run for it and returned to the base with my new loot. On days 56 through 59, I remembered my note from the Yeti and started searching for the Farlands. I was struggling to find it, so I went to a nearby village to ask for help. Thanks. I continued my journey, but still couldn't find the place. Wait, I'll just use my dimension hopper. I thought about the place and how much I wanted to find it. It worked, and I was teleported to the weird world of the Farlands. This isn't what I thought it would look like.
Yeah, it's different than what most people think.
Huh, disappointing.
Sorry, dog. Keep it real.
You too.
Peace.
Still though, weird creatures were everywhere. Hello, nice to meet you. You're a weird looking one, aren't you? I continued to search the place and found a chest with a crystallis helmet inside. I've never seen gear like this before. Quickly my luck ran out when I was ambushed by a mushroom monster.
Stupid little mushroom. Anti-Max has been watching your every move.
I don't care about Anti-Max. I rushed in to fight the Farlander creature. It was honestly an easy fight. Man, Anti-Max really isn't sending his best, is he?
Your horrors have only just begun.
Using my advanced weaponry, I slayed the beast. Take that, Anti-Max. They dropped their fungal staff upon their death. Score! After the fight, I headed back home. On days 60 through 63, we had more customers than ever. Finally! Paying customers! While Maurice tended to our patrons, I planted the crops I built up over my journey. After that, I helped out in different shops. First, I helped out with the sushi chefs. Then I helped the witch make some soup. Still weird, but yummy. I turned back to my shop, realizing it had caught fire. What happened? Anti-Max. Get back here! Both using our magical devices, I chased him through multiple dimensions. Max! Suddenly, Anti-Max spawned many of his minions all around me. I fought them off the best I could, but they were too much. I teleported home before they killed me. If it's a fight he wants, it's a fight he'll get. On days 64 through 67, I worked on the statue some more. I've now finished the back legs. Nice! After finishing the legs, a group of cows and chickens came up wanting to open a shop. They said they would fill their shops with all the eggs, milk, and cheese anyone would ever want. Heck yeah! I quickly built a shop for the chickens and then the cows. Later in the day, I made myself some cookies. They were good, but I was really in the mood for something spicy. I checked through the witch's recipe book and found the perfect thing. I would need some tools from the nether, so I headed underground to mine. I found some gold pretty quickly. After that, I found diamond. Cha-ching! I used it to make a diamond pickaxe. After that, I continued my search, finding obsidian. I mined as much as I could, which took a while. After collecting my blocks, I made it back home, where I made a nether portal. I traveled through it, where I found magma cubes and killed them for magma cream. Okay, this should be enough. Next, I needed some blaze rod. Perfect! I placed down my crafting bench, making a golden fishing rod. With it, I went fishing, catching combustive cod. Yummers in my tummers! Why did I just say that? After that, I headed back home. On days 68 through 70, I was excited to eat my combustive cod. I tried to eat it, but threw it instead, blowing up part of my base. What the heck? Witch, you didn't say it would do that?
Hey, you're the one who said you wanted something explosive.
For my taste buds, not my restaurant. I put out the fires on the patio. As I finished the repairs, Maurice ran up to me. Wait, Maurice, why? A rumbling vibrated through the Mushroom Island, and a monster walked up to us.
My leader Max offers a peace offering. Join his side, and you and your mother may live.
And what? The entire multiverse dies?
That is a price we are willing to pay to ensure our ruler's eternal power.
I was sick of this, so I charged in to fight. The battle was difficult, but my training was coming in handy.
Surrender to the one true Max.
There's only one true Max, and you're looking at him. I killed the monster in anger. Upon their death, they dropped a mysterious device. Whoa, it's an upgraded dimension hopper. I was excited to see what it could do. Before that though, I decided to get some rest. On days 71 through 73, a bee asked if they could open a honey-themed dessert shop. Sounds good! I quickly built them a small stand, ready to go. That night, the restaurant was packed. Both mobs and villagers alike were everywhere. Here you go, take it, take this! Now what can I get y'all on this fine evening?
Ah, yes. I would like purified tap water, no ice, cold, with a pinch of lemon, microwaved, and served on a hot plate.
Okay. Things were going smoothly, until suddenly the customer from Maurice's food stand appeared. The restaurant fell silent. Haha, how can I help you, sir?
Hello? I would like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Hold the peanut butter, extra jelly, cooked at exactly 98.7 degrees. Burn it, make it cry, and let it swim. Oh, and extra pickles.
Coming right up. I went to the kitchen and carefully cooked up his order. Order up!
This tastes just like how Mom used to make it. I could cry.
He loved it. The restaurant broke into a celebration. Free sandwiches for everyone! On days 74 through 78, I had a bad dream. I was in my restaurant, but it was in some weird, terrifying dimension. Auntie Max and my mom stood in front of me. Mom! Thank goodness you're all right!
Sir, we've been waiting for an hour. Where's our food?
But wait,
You don't want to disappoint my mom, do you?
But she's my mom. The world vanished before me, leaving just me and my mom.
Honey, I've missed you so much.
Mom!
Max, to stop Auntie Max, you need the final dimension hub.
Make it stop! Make it stop! Right then I woke up, back in the overworld. On days 79 through 82, I finished the head of the statue. Dope! After, I spent some time training with the master chef. He taught me the importance of using varied ingredients. He even taught me how to make beet soup. This is incredible!
It's time for a cooking test, Max. I want you to make me something big. Something that'll surprise and impress me. You have a few days.
I won't let you down. Later in the day, I wondered what I could cook to impress the chef. Something big. Something big. All of a sudden, the dimension hopper started buzzing, and I was teleported. I was in a strange land, surrounded by giants. Whoa. On days 83 through 85, I explored this strange world. Eventually, I found a lonely giant, standing before an anvil. Hello, sir. Could you tell me where I am?
Greetings. I am Alexander, and you have found yourself in Old Lyra, land of Titans.
Cool.
Cool.
Oh, and I'm Max. I wanted to explore more, so I asked the giant if there were any items or ingredients unique to this dimension.
Plenty. Redwood is full of iron gold saplings, which is coveted for its magical and delicious properties. I warn you though, it's dangerous.
Alexander gave me a map to Redwood, and I set off to find it. On my journey, I passed by fields full of giants, but I just ignored them. Eventually, I found the forest, and it was full of iron gold saplings. I started grabbing as much as I could when I was ambushed by a giant.
Redwood is our forest. Trespassers shall die.
The giant ran towards me, and the battle began. They were huge, but because of my training, I was very powerful. Let's just stop fighting and no one has to get hurt.
We giants don't surrender.
The fight continued, and I was able to defeat the giant. After the fight, I was heading back home when I had an idea. Hey, Alexander, would you be interested in joining my base? You make weapons and silverware, and you can always come back here if you want.
I'd love to.
After that, the two of us traveled back home. On days 86 through 89, I built my new Titan friend a blacksmith shop. I filled it with an anvil, chests, and furnaces.
Thank you, Max.
Excited to have you here.
As a gift for your generosity, I'd like to give you this potion.
I drank it, becoming a humanoid mooshroom. I felt powerful, and now had 20 hearts. Does this mean I have to pay taxes? After getting Alexander settled in, I decided to create what I had set off to do. I went to my crafting bench and whipped up an overworld cake. This is my best work yet. I presented my food to Master Chef Guy, who gave it a taste.
This is outstanding. You passed your test with flying colors. You are now a master chef.
As my reward, he gave me tons of golden apples and my own chef hat. This is an honor. Thank you. Later in the day, I continued my work on the MOOSHROOM statue. I started and completed the texture and face. Now just the mushrooms and I'll be done. Later, I went mining, finding more diamond. Did someone say payday? I used it to make some diamond boots and then called it a night. On days 90 through 94, I finally added mushrooms to the statue, completing it. Looking handsome! After completing the statue, I made a second story to the base, adding more room for dining. This can be for the VIPs. Like you, buddy. As I completed the build, portals started forming all around the base. What the? Monsters from different dimensions started spawning in. It was an invasion! I did my best to fight them off and protect my friends. I got some plans for him too. The monsters were numerous, but using my strength, I defeated all of them. After the fight, I cleared out all the portals. While doing so, I noticed one of the monsters dropped another dimension hopper. This is an even rarer device. I can use this to stop Antimax. But how do I use it? On days 95 through 98, I helped out a customer with an order. Okay, so that'll be a half and half with a peanut butter sandwich and miso soup. Hey, where am I? I was in Antimax's lair, staring right at him. What do you want with me? With our combined spectral energy, I can rule every dimension in the known multiverse. You can save it, Max number 2. I'm not helping you.
Then you leave me no choice.
What does that mean?
Let's go have some fun.
I was teleported back to my base, but something was different. It was at the block limit. What the? I walked out to the patio, where Antimax had Maurice at the ledge. Whoa, we can talk about this. This is what you get for not joining my side. Then he pushed Maurice. And just like that, my best friend was gone.
I'll be in my pocket dimension if you reconsider.
The restaurant teleported back to ground level, and I was left alone on the patio. I missed Maurice. On day 99, I packed up my things for the journey ahead. It's time to end this. I grabbed a ton of my favorite food, as well as combustive cod. If I was going out, I was gonna make sure it would be in a bang. With my preparations made, I set out to find Master Carminia. If anyone could help me use my new dimensional hopper, it was her. I traveled through multiple dimensions in search of her. Master! Master! I even fought off some monsters along the way. Get out of here! Finally, I found myself in an underwater dimension.
Ah! Better find air, quick!
I swam and swam until I saw an opening in the distance. I managed to push myself through it just before I ran out of air. Woo! Sweet oxygen!
I have to say, you've improved your dimension hopping.
Master! Yeah, I have. but I need to know how to use this dimension hopper.
The methods needed to use that item are dangerous, but I trust your skill. Please, take this.
Master handed me a strange magical gem as well as another corrupted beacon. What's this thing?
Put it in your offhand and only place it in the dimension hopper as a last resort. Good luck, Max.
Thank you for everything, Master. I won't let you down. On day 100, I dimension hopped into Auntie Max's lair. It ends here. As I appeared in the lair, I spotted Mom trapped inside of a cage. Mom! You won't get away with this, Auntie Max! I could tell from the smell of the room that Auntie Max was cooking Mom's famous mushroom soup.
I always thought it was strange that we mooshrooms eat mushrooms.
Enough small talk. Why do you want to take over the multiverse?
I suppose you've earned the right to know. In my universe, I lost my mom and all my loved ones. I'm taking over the multiverse to get them all back and ensure I never lose them again.
This isn't the way. It's the only way. Suddenly, Auntie Max transformed into a master mushroom chef, instantly matching my strength. The final fight began. The fight was brutal. Everything I did, Auntie Max could follow me as if it was my own shadow. Even with my corrupted beacon and golden spatula, it was fierce. I can restore the multiverse! You'll only destroy it! I was becoming overpowered and had to resort to my final option. This is for Mom and Maurice! I put the gem Master Carminia gave me into my offhand and activated the dimension hopper. A black hole appeared all around Auntie Max, sucking him into it. No! The black hole subsided, and I won! I did it!